What is going on, guys? My name is KingProdigy. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the best controller and game settings in Black Ops 4. A lot of people have been asking me what sensitivity you play on, what presets do you use sound-wise. So I'm going to be going through those and kind of breaking them down and kind of explaining why I like to use some of the settings that I like to use. And again, I just want to use this video as, I guess, a referral point for people to come check out my settings if they want to look, for example, in like the Doom chat, right? Or when I'm streaming on Doom Clan. So here we go. Let's just get right into it. First off, I'm gonna go over to my options because it's kind of important. So here we go. So control wise, I personally like to use 88 cents. 88 cents, in my opinion, is the best sense to use in Black Ops 4. A lot of people I see running anything from 6 to up to like 10. I personally like 8.8. I would just suggest for you guys to use it 6 to 10. You can go into custom games and basically try out against bots, see what sensitivity you guys like to use. But I think 8 is a perfect balance between speed and still being able to be relatively precise when it comes to hitting your shots. Target assist and aim assist. If you guys don't know what this is, basically this allows you to have some aim assist when ADSing people. Basically what that just means, if you're unfamiliar with the process, some people are, most people are gonna be like, oh, why are you explaining that? Well, some people actually don't know what it is. So basically what happens is if you aim at somebody, it'll slow down. That's what this target assist, it'll slow down your crosshair, so it makes it a little bit easier to aim at that person. Aim assist in general is just going to basically help you in your ADS. So that's what I was going to do. Controller vibration I play with off. If you play with it on, I suggest you trying to use off, just simply because when you have a controller in your hand that's shaking, right? Imagine trying to shoot and be accurate with your finger while your controller is shaking, right? That's not very it doesn't seem like the most logical thing you would want to have on settings wise. So that's why I try to use controller vibration off. I personally have noticed a difference after stopping using vibration a couple years ago. But yeah, so I would suggest that. L1, R1, I don't play on flipped. I play on default, stick layout button now, as you guys see. I do not play on flipped, but if you do use a normal controller, I would suggest playing on flipped, simply with the fact that like clicking these buttons is much more quick and responsive as opposed to like clicking a trigger, which will go all the way down to like actually have to like do the action in the game. So it's more responsive basically, and you can do it quicker. I have a scuff, so I have hair triggers, so it's basically the same thing. But I would play on flipped if you have a default controller. If you don't play on flipped. Graphics wise, a lot of people ask me about brightness and like colorblind settings. I don't play on any colorblind settings. Some of these are actually pretty useful. The Tritanopia I have tried. I think personally it makes the radar a little bit more colorful, and sometimes in some situations it's easier to see. So if you guys want to try out the Tritanopia colorblind setting, feel free to do so. The player name indicator, I actually use full name. I think it's I think it's the easiest, to be honest with you. Like, I don't want somebody's name to be abbreviated on my screen if I'm trying to call out to my teammates, right? So screen orientation, I mean, that's kind of, yeah. Audio, okay, so something I want to really point out here and stress super hard, I don't change any of this stuff besides turning off controller sound. I think that might be on by default, and then putting super crunch as your audio preset. A lot of people don't actually know about this. It's kind of an old COD trick, and basically what super crunch does is it makes crunch noises louder. So it's super crunch, right? Literally what that basically does is it allows people's footsteps to be more loudly and clearly heard. So for example, super crunch in my opinion makes a huge difference in and of itself, so you don't have to run like acoustic sensor or something like that. So you're basically saving yourself an attachment slot. Network wise, if you guys don't know how to actually set up your networks or your routers, don't worry about it too much. Just make sure your NAT type is on moderate or open. Obviously you want it on open, but if it's on moderate, it's not the end of the world. And then also as well, some people don't know about this connection meter. If you go to your network settings, you can turn on this connection meter, and you can actually see what your ping bars look like in the game. So basically all you do to do that, you just click on start in the game, you go to your network, and it would be right under where it says connection meter. And yeah, I believe that's all my settings. If you guys did enjoy this video, I know it was kind of brief, but I just wanted to give people something full that I can refer people to. That way I don't have to continue to explain myself over and over again, which is kind of annoying for me, and obviously this is helpful for them because that way they can pause it and go through and double check, kind of compare and contrast with what they have. But appreciate you guys. I'll be in here. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure you guys drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and comment as well down below if you guys did make it all the way to the end of the video. Just comment mushrooms in the chat. I want to know who all made it through. We're just gonna confuse everybody basically that didn't watch the entire video. But yeah guys, until next time, appreciate you guys all being here, and peace.